Namaste. You know, we've been wanting to, big namaste. And we've been wanting to connect more often. And then Kenny is having a baby and went down to Florida. And so I'm getting a little bit of a reverb. And so our monthly live stream wasn't so monthly. This is essentially what happened. So it's fun to call something monthly when it happens every 3 months, you know. Some of you might know I'm on my way to Madrid tonight. I'll be teaching at Zentro Urban Studio. Can you get that reverb up back there, Philip? I'm echoing to myself. Can you all hear that? No, we hear no echo. Oh, okay, it's just for me. I'm having a private experience inside my head. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to read you something. Come on in, Deb. That sounds great. I feel a little bit more like myself. I thought I was in like an aquarium or something. That was your aquarium. You know, as we travel together, I have a few more minutes at the top. Sometimes I'm on your market, set, go, and sometimes it's different. And every day you need different things on different days. And I've been loving how we get to connect, and some of you travel here, and Deb's in India, or then she's in Bali, and then they're in New Jersey. And however you're inspired to stay on your very personal path, if we can inspire it in any way, you always have a home here. Sometimes you wander off and roll back in. I've wandered off many, many times. And sometimes people will see me on the streets of New York and they go like, I haven't been to yoga, I'm so sorry. You know, like and please come back, or if you've wandered somewhere else, you know, we're all finding a way to stay connected with a big capital C wherever it takes you. I hope you are that you know that you're part of something bigger and that you've touched my life in a real way. So now it's your turn to go touch others. I wanted to give a shout out to my mother who FaceTimed me early this morning. Margot, she finds out about me. She calls Instagram my website. So she went to my website this morning, and you know, I actually didn't do a new post, but she's like, I find more out about you from your website than anywhere else. So thank you for that. And she's always said that she's my #1 cheerleader, which has turned around, because you know, if you've had a mother, you know that it's quite a spiritual roller coaster. It might be like, how's your yoga practice doing? Like, how's your relationship with your mom going? You know, they're kind of like, how's that going for you? Oh, okay, stay on the path. You know, stay on the path. It'll get better, it'll get different, it'll change. And then I wanted to give a special shout out to my sister Jillian. I've wanted to have her back in my life for a long time. And she just celebrated in January a year clean and sober. And yeah, really great. She was hiding out, so I didn't get to have her in my life. It was like, wait, I'm taking a step toward you, but you have to take a step toward me if we're going to be in each other's life. And so we FaceTime every Sunday, unless she's in the middle of the New York Times, which she's very dedicated to. Hi, sis, if you get to see this later. And she did tell me yesterday that she wants to get back into yoga, and I said, I think it's all caps, something like this, if you want to watch the videos. So it's been really great, and like, even if I had an idea of who my sister was, and you can relate to this for yourself, and who you're becoming each moment, not only your cells that keep changing, but you, the truth of you that comes through you as you continue to stay on the path. So it's been a big life changer for me to have her in my life. It was one of the things I wrote when I wrote an article a while ago about it was about passion and desire, and we were looking at, you know, because you can think my passion is this, are they the same? Is passion and desire? So you could pretty much argue both ways depending on how you're feeling. But I had a really strong desire to reunite with my sisters, and it's taken time. And so it's been a real gift of this particular spiritual program, and I'm part of another spiritual program, and I'd love to see if we could launch these. We will be starting yoga and recovery on Sunday mornings, 9 to 10 in June, and I get back from Madrid and I'll be able to kick that off. As you can tell, I'm sharing a little bit more at the top because I want to fill you in. We're in about 22 countries right now with our videos, and we'd like to deepen our programming for y'all so you can get a hit of bhakti and get a hit of sequencing and all the programs that we love here, and prenatal and the alignment and all the, and Ayurveda and chakras, and feel like you can get those a bigger taste. Amelia and I were talking as we came in. There was a Hare Krishna song on, and the tune is so beautiful. And something happens here that you begin to have a higher taste. Something for higher, your highest self, something that is more than the Louis Vuitton bag and whatever you thought you needed. There's something higher, something deeper, something lasting, right? That's even a definition of transformation is lasting change. I wanted to announce, and then I'm going to read this, that I'm going to be in New Orleans with Allie and Stephanie Rose and Victor, June 9th through the 29th. It's a 3-week intensive. Meg's going to be here, and Tara's going to be there as well. And we'd love for you to go deeper. Those of you that are watching are probably teachers and have been connected with us, and you know the program, so maybe tell some of your friends. I have a few scholarships left. And then July 8th to August 10th here in New York City. So planting some of those. You'll see super sequencing, you'll see fly, you'll see a lot of other programming, and we'd love to stay connected whether you come to the programs or not. We're hoping to do more of these, and they're lined up. I think they went out in the email. So let's Om, and then I'm going to read this to you so we can come into the space and come into your body, vibrantly present. Can we for a moment turn around? I know it's like only a little camera, but we're big in spirit. The rest of the house is in the back of the house. Y'all can stay there. And you can see each other. You get to see each other and plug in a wonderful way to your spiritual practice, feeling inspired to stay on it maybe if you were wandering off or distracted like I am by shiny things. So many things have changed in my life, but there is a constant that my feet are smarter than I am, and they've kept showing up one step at a time. Breathe in, everyone. Hands at your heart, just because. Inhale. Arms up. Cosmic holler to the other side of the world. Let your hands rest. In the spirit of togetherness, we'll chant the togetherness mantra. It's also like we're friends. We're friends on the path. All we want is each other's happiness. If this is new to you, you can listen. Breathing in. Om Bhuva Swaha. Family. Om Bhuva Swaha. Tatsavitur Varenyam. Tatsavitur Varenyam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat diyoyona prachodayat. Let's roll into the togetherness, because I'm going right in order, and when for the earthy, illuminate our path mantra. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Make it yours. Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Pretty, everybody. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvina vaditamastu. Tejasvina vaditamastu. Ma virvishavahai. Ma virvishavahai. Om Shanti. Let's rock it together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One more big love and Om, everybody. Oh, the sound of the soul waking up. Oh. Let your hands find your heart for a moment and really bow to the wisdom within, the teacher within, the student within. Good. Good. Breathe your way in up. Shake your legs out and then spin around. It's a good sitting practice this morning. Well, it's 6 o'clock in Europe, so they're like, okay, take your time. They're just coming out of siesta. So, in the middle of teacher training, this amazing yogini was about to quit. And I found out from her mentor, because we have a mentor program, and so I called her, and I've known her since Little Lotus. And you'll all guess who it is, and I might even say, because she won't mind, because she knows it's true. She was overwhelmed with the amount of homework, what was required of her, that it wasn't like dipping in 50%, that you had to go full tilt, all oomph, all in, and kind of your social life was sacrificed during this time. And she was also feeling that, because her lover lives up in Harlem, and she wasn't really seeing him. And I mean, that would be a challenge, but you know, you're becoming a yoga teacher. I mean, it's part of the sacrifice, right? But there was other things. It just felt like a lot. I think sometimes underlying, it could have been for me, maybe the fear, I'm not good enough, or the fear of, am I qualified? Maybe that was bubbling up. I don't even know, but I remember it feeling like it was a scheduling thing. It was a priority, but then it lost. It's called the slip, right? It loses, you put something at the top, and then it starts to lose its place, and it starts to fall down here. But I really want it, and all the reasons why you really want it. And then, so what I'll do is I'll bring you into a breathing practice. So cross your legs. Bring your first 2 fingers to your third eye. Alternate nostril breathing called Nadi. So now the main Nadi is your Sushumna Nadi there, and we access the other 2, the Pingala and the Ida, through the nostrils. So breathe in, and then drop your right thumb on your right nostril and breathe out the left side. Good. Inhale left, and exhale right. I think you got it. It seems like you got it. A year ago, I taught my first class at Laughing Lotus. Since then, I've taught once a week, on and off. in a little underground studio. It's been the most interesting voyage, and I wanted to share it with other new or about to be teachers. And that's a lot of you. Sometimes you go through a program and you don't teach right away. Relish the experience. Just like a child learning to walk, learning to teach is an adventure. Yes, it is daunting to remember cues, to create an interesting, adequate flow in a harmonious playlist. Yes, you can feel nervous at the thought of leading a room into Om or talking loudly enough for an hour or more. But in the process, what you learn about yourself is priceless. I had no idea I had a choreographer and a DJ hiding inside me. You discover a new world, and just like being in a foreign country, it can be scary or intimidating, but if you relax with it all, it is also a true trip down a road never taken yet. It's a voyage filled with wow moments. It prompts emotions, excitements of a new kind. Teaching others teaches you so much. It reveals aspects of yourself you didn't know. I didn't know I had a certain generosity in me. I didn't know I could get a kick out of helping others become healthier, or that getting people in certain shapes would bring me such joy. Maybe it always will. Maybe it will never cease even after you become a savvy, experienced teacher. But just in case it stops wowing you so much later on, just like walking does as the child grows, enjoy, delight in this amazing discovery. Namaste. Our Ooh La La Yogini. Breathing in. Keep your breath held in. And slowly breathe out. Good. Now shake those amazing legs out. Deb, can you help me with the harmonium there a sec? And then come back over Yogi Bling. Go ahead and bend your right knee and put it on top of your left. Thanks so much. Yeah. And let it drop like a half Gomukhasana. Perfect. And take a soft twist over to your right side. So grateful that you're here, family. Sometimes the very thing that we want to do is the very thing that scares us. Have you noticed? It's like, what I really want to do, I have a friend in New Orleans, all she wants to do is sing, and the thing that scares her the most is to sing. Sound familiar at all? Okay. Are you breathing? That's all I want today, is you to breathe and have an amazing sense of adventure. Good. Walk out across your legs. Now come back more towards center and keep the right knee on top of the left. This is kind of setting it up because you're going to see this later. So walk forward out towards your left foot, keeping the right knee on top, if you can handle that. And then on your next breath, slide your right foot right on top of your left so your legs are long. And then walk your hands to the side of your waist, all the way back. You can even finger tent them, and then inhale, like pop both legs up. It's going to feel like quite the lift. Yeah, it's going to feel like quite the lift. Are you noticing that? It's like, whoa. Okay, and then for a holy moment, crossing your legs, hug the legs in. Give them feel the juice, the energy. You know you're keeping your legs long, lovers. Now lift your arms up out in front. Yeah. How about a little breath of fire? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And drop your left leg down. Stargazer, bring your right foot inside and breathe it up and away. Let the right knee open there for a moment. You got it, Deb. Feels very workshoppy in here this morning. Sink your hips on down. And then let's check in the other side. Bend your left knee, half gomukh, half of the cow. Keep the happy, half of the cow. Soft twist to your left side, Allison. Yeah. Let the smile roll up. That this joy of sharing, of whatever you love, that you get to share it. Good. Big breathing so you help each other out with the breath. Yeah, get a good feel. The one thing you can feel is the breath come in and how it lifts and widens and how it empties. Good. Walk out across as you come more center there. You'll feel like there's something in the way. It's called your knee. Is there something in the way of your happiness? Is it a metaphor? How come I can't move forward? There's something in the way. Oh, it's me. Oh, no, it's me. How do I get out of my way? Cross your ankles. From the inside. Lift those legs up. You might want to walk the hands back. You can drop the palms or use your fingertips and then dance a little bit. It's belly dancing. Dance on your breath. Dance on your breath. X, 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 X. Exhaling, 3, 2, 1. Drop your right leg, left foot inside, stargazer, breathe it up and away. Press it. Make sure that left hand's under your shoulder. We've lost a few arms that way. They come, no, they come out. Okay. Sink your hips to the ground. Cross your shins, roll right over them. And I'll meet you in downward dog. That looks great. That looks great. Right leg opens up. Let's slow it down on the start. It's already that way, but let's a gradual. Our awakenings are gradual, have you noticed? Slow step into the lunge with a big lift from your lower belly. Great. I'd like you to open your right leg long. So elongate the breath. Draw your outer hips back. Loosen the head a little bit there, Spring. Yeah, your front toes might come up, Claudiana. Yes, Alison. From your back leg, bend your right knee. Now, I want you to get your whole knee in your armpit. Is it in your armpit? Keep your right hand right where it was. Now, lift the right foot up and spin your left heel down. The foot. You got it. Here's a great example of it right there, Tara. Good. Shoot the right leg to the left in a drunken triangle. Hug the right knee in, yogis, all the way in. And roll the right knee in front of your left knee. And step into the lunge. And look up. Open your right arm wide. Big breathing. Reach your arms away from it. Let the hips have a little buoyancy in them today. Good. Downward loving dog. Step back. Do you all need to see that? Drop your knees to the ground. We might just putter the whole class. Is that okay with you? That's the spirit. Meet DTF. Okay. So check it in. We're coming in here, and you're going to put your knee in to your armpit and lift up. Then you're going to go out long. Come in. Later on, you're going to come in like this and go like this. That's coming next. Okay, you're going to get a feel for the lifts. Take the knee in, and step forward. Want to try the right side again, or you have a good feeling about the left side? Well, you're up, hips to the sky. There's a lot being required of you is what I'm getting at. You've got to lift up out of the mud, kids. The muddy thinking. Left leg opens it up. Step through. Exhale. That's your exhale. Get that wonderful yogic lift. Now, I could have done this like second or third in, but I'm doing it right out of the gate, huh? So snuggle the knee into your armpit. It's a new kind of a snuggle. And then spin the right heel down and keep the knee somewhere on the arm. Yeah, it's a tall order to stay on the path. Now shoot that left leg out. Love it. Hug the right left knee in, plank pose, and step into the lunge. And crack your left arm wide. Big breathing. I just feel like I might put this song on repeat. It's so good. Downward loving dog. Step it back. Plank it out nice and long. Go ahead, all the way down. Full pranam, arms long. What's the thing you're living to do that also scares the shit out of you? Maybe you're keeping it behind your navel, your knobby. Cobra your heart up and open. Downward loving dog. Breathing out. Right leg is high, Amelia. Step through. You got your lunge. Now drop your back knee down. So far, so great. Turn your left foot to the right side. Left hand behind you. Variation of coming into stargazer this way. Stay with me moment. Lengthen your right leg, Allison. Really press into the ground, Meg. Shoot your left leg for drunken triangle. Shoot it out. Oh! Now bend the left knee. Try to get that half lotus. Left knee on the ground that I hinted at. Left knee down, left knee down. It's going to be pretty trippy. Lean into it a little bit, yogis. Great. Let the left foot sneak out and behind like a kickstand. The foot that's on the ground. Press into your right foot. Bend your right knee. Come on up. Bring your right toes forward. Yeah, you have to pay it. You're going to have to pay attention. Right hand inside onto your fingerprints. Left arm long. Left arm long, long, long. Stretch even the underside here, Angelique, of the waist. And then make some sense of turning, moving, changing, growing. Back hand, drop your hand down. Lunge your leg back. Early triangle pose. Early triangle pose. Early triangle pose. Y'all, you're not going to rush mama today. Big breathing. Okay. Step into the lunge, downward dog. I'm doing my best to set it up. Plank it out, all the way down or half, breathing out. Hearts lift, breathing in. Hips to the sky, take your time, breathing out. Left side, open it up. Step it through, breathing out. Sink the knee. Rise on up, Meg. Turn your right foot to the left, kind of a kickstand flave. Empty your right hand down. Swirl the left leg long. Toss the arm up and around. Climb the heart up and out of the hips. Great. Now kick that leg out for coming in from a different shape. Got to press into your right hand and your left foot, Meg, to get the right leg to move forward. Now, on your breath, bring the right foot across the left thigh, the one we came into at the top. Drop the knee down. Fly that arm away from you. Yes! Good. Slip the foot away. Kind of caress your own leg and get the right foot away from behind you. Yes, Allison. Come up, bend the left knee. You got it, spring. Take it, Kathy. I want you down to the ground with the left hand today. Breathe into the back. Play with this back bend shape coming in there. And make some room right at the bottom of that left waist there. Yes. Okay, do you want to do the early triangle from here, or do you want to lengthen the leg and then find it? From the ground up, Amanda. Spray the right arm up. Open the chest up. Let the breath lift the ribs and open the lungs. Okay, into the lunge. Lift your back heel. Downward loving. Plank it out. All the way down or half. Hearts lift. Hips to the sky. Downward lacing dog. Downward loving dog. I said lacing, downward lacing dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Look up when you get there. Exhale, big fold. Inhale, come up to stand. Namaste, y'all. Make sure you're at the top of your spot. Inhale, reach your arms up, family. Exhale, come all the way forward. Inhale, lunge that right leg back. Stretch your heart forward. Good. Left leg goes high into the sky. Breathe it up. Step into the lunge, and please turn it into your triangle. Turn it right from the lunge into the triangle today. Yes. Lunge your way. Left leg high. Step into the lunge, twist. Standing forward bend, right foot to meet your left. Fold deep into yourself. Inhale all the way up, please. And all the way down, breathing out. You can bend your knees if you'd like. Left leg lunges on your breath. Right leg high. Step through. Turn it into a triangle. Shape shift. Big breathing up in here today. Good. Into the lunge. Step forward, lift the heart. And then fold. Yeah, you got it, Claudiana. Let's get that. Inhale up. Let's pray together. Come on down and pray in your own way. Right leg lunges. Left leg high. Lunge into the triangle. On your breath, on your breath. Love it. Then when the hand comes down, lift the left leg. Step into the lunge twist. Chaturanga this time, lower down, breathing out. Blow, blow, blow it open. On the next breath, up and back. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Look up and fold, breathing out. Rise on up, inhale. Let the breath fold you through and down. Left leg lunges, take it back. Right leg high. Exhale, swing it through, toss it through, and spiral open. Inhaling, triangle. Hands come down, right leg high. Lunge twist. Lower all the way down or half, breathing out. Roll up on the breath in. Up and away, hips to the sky. Step or jump, your feet to your hands. Let's do one more of these since they took on a few different dimensions. Inhale, come on up. Right on through you. Feel like you can move like you. Lunge it back. Left leg high. Step through. Spiral open. Pretty. Empty down. Left leg high. Up and through into the twist. Lower down. Breathing out. Open up. Breathing in. Up and back. Breathing out. Make your way to the top of the mat on your breath. Fold deep on the exhale. Nice breathing, everybody. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left side, reach. Right leg high. Inhale. Let's step through, swing it through. Weave your way open. Leg high on the next breath. Step through and empty out. Lower down. Exhaling. Opening on the breath in. Hips to the sky. Good. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Look up. Exhale, fold. Good, bend your knees a bunch so you're really feeling the fire of transformation here. Utkatasana. There's a fierceness, a willingness to stay when it gets tough. My mother also texted me this morning that Beyonce bought a church. New Orleans. The church of Beyonce. She said, honey, you did it first. You bought a church first. The house of DTF, where we're all down to have some fun. Diver's pose, lift your heels. My mother keeps me up to date on the news. The royal wedding, yeah, she watched that too. Utkatasana, deeper bends where there's a feeling of like where you stand and what you stand for. Sure, that can change, but what's the snapshot of what you stand for right now, right in this holy moment? Fold over, step or jump your way back. Let's set up a flow. On your breath, inhale, open. Hips to the sky, downward loving dog. Right side, open it up, warrior one. Triangle pose, open it up. Woo! Two flies you up. Oh, you're open. Oh, you're flying, you're soaring. Pour your way back, reverse it. Reverse your warrior. Hands hit the ground. Lift the back heel, lower on your breath out. Or we'll meet in downward dog. I was leaving the chaturangas out. I realized it happened when the first step back we switched it, which is very fun. Left leg opens. Roll your way up. Climb your way up. Lift your way up on the breath. Triangle tumbles you down. Sometimes it's in the falling, they say, that we're given the wings. Great. Up and back, family. Pump through it. 2 reaches you. Peaceful pours you. Hands hit the ground. We're going to build this up. We're going to build each other up today. What's your samyama? What's your focus today? What can you share that you love to share that might scare you a little bit or challenge you? Free that up. Right side. Open it up. Free yourself of the fear and the doubt. 1 lifts you, triangle, spins you open. 2 dances into the back of the house. Pump through those feet. Peaceful, get long with the left leg and a long-legged peaceful. Spin around for devotional warrior. Interlace your hands. Sink on down over the lift from the lower belly. Peaceful lifts you, yogis. Sideways. Let's take the half bind or the full bind here. Give the room, give the shoulders some room to open. Big breathing, right? There's a force. There's a force in there. We want to give it a vehicle. That's the body. That's also your creative expression. But whatever is being kept in there needs an outlet. Great. Up and back for peace, family. Stay here for triangle pose. Lengthen your right leg. Come on over. Come on over. Yeah, feel the hips rinse under. Draw the shoulders back in line there with the leg. Yeah? Tumble the arm behind your back. I want to get into the, I want to get into the caginess of the ribs. Let the tailbone dance in so you feel rooted through the feet, but a lightness through the lift of the heart. Up and back for peace. Reverse it. Peace out. Sink through the knee. Rinse through the arms. Hands hit the ground. Make it yours, please, as you breathe out. Ooh, open and lifted. That's it, spring. Left side. Let's start to build this. Build your spiritual world, mommy. Yes. 1 into triangle. It's like, a weaving and a rinsing, a polishing of the breath. A 2, up and over to the back of the house. Kind of clearing what's ever in your way, the debris, the cobwebs. Peaceful gets long with the right leg, Dora. Now spin around for the devotion, Angelique. Spin around for the devotion. Peaceful lifts you sideways into extended angle. Play maybe initially with the half bind, or you're ready for the full bind. Let the pumping of the feet, the really rooting down of the legs, give you that lift from the underside of the legs, from the widening of the shoulders and the collarbones. Peace up and back, tumble into your triangle. Elongate the legs, the breath, the spine. Continue to drop your mind on your breath. Something that you want to do, but you don't even know what it's going to look like. The joy of the choreography, the DJ, seeing other people happy in the experience. Right? I mean, some of you know I was a stockbroker. I couldn't have guessed this life. This wasn't the life I was planning. This was the life that was waiting for me, up and back for peace. But this wasn't the life I was planning. Something better was being planned. Hands hit the ground. Could I trust that? Could I trust that? Could I find that voice underneath the big voice that was leading me, guiding me? Trusting that voice. Right side, take it away, yogis. Get in there. Dig in. 1 into triangle, right? On your breath, express it through you. 2 dances up and open into the back. Peaceful gets long through the leg and spins around into devotion, turning it around. Turning it around, the situation. Turning how you see things. Peace up and back. Go ahead and take triangle pose. Hand behind your back. Half bind or full bind here. Ardha Chandrasana. Shift your weight to your right foot. Heavy the right leg. Lighten the lifted one. Open up the hip. Open up the hip. Love it. One more big loving breath in, everybody. Great. OMG. Left foot drops. Arms swing back. Low lunge right away. Remember that knee in the armpit thing? Oh my God. Is it back? Pump the knee into your arm from there. Lift the left arm up high. Spin the left heel down. This is a stay with me moment. Shoot the right leg to the left. Ooh, spray like a big exploding star. And then bring the right foot on up by the left thigh, as high as it can go right now. Good. And keep the left arm high into the sky. Ardha Chandrasana. Pump your right foot forward. Both hands to the back foot. Both hands to the back foot. Shift your weight. Nice, Meg. Yes, family. Yeah, you might get somebody else's foot. Maybe that's what you're finding out. Get ready for it. Extended angle, peaceful lifts. You handstand practice. Take it away. Big breath. Fly up and back. Let the breath lift you high. Hands hit the ground. If you want something quieter, dog your way back. Child's pose. Otherwise, bring your eyes right between your thumbs. Lift your legs up high. You want a spot, Dora? Come on up. I got you, baby. Yogis, you're ready? Left side, take it away. When your way up, let you come through the movement. Let your expression come flying through. Feel like you're running it through you. You're not running around it. You're running the movement through your body. Absolutely. Piece gets long. Weave it around, yogis. Catch the devotion. Inspire it. Peaceful lifts you. Then you're bound, but then you're free. How can I be free when I feel stuck? How can I move the stuckness around? How can I share what I love and find the joy of sharing it? When maybe you almost dropped off, maybe you ran off the path for a while. Maybe you're back. No judgments, right? Ardha Chandrasana will give you some shape shifting there. Step into it. Breathe it up. Open. Stretch. Woo! Yeah, even lift up off that standing leg. Now look up off the ground. OMG, kids, the right foot pops. Low lunge, get the knee right up in there. Go into the center of the armpit. Turn it around. Feel the weaving, feel the play of the body, the shape of the breath, the rolling of the hips, the lifting of the arms, the use of the eyes to lift the shape there, Claudiana. Shoot the leg out. Shoot the leg out. Can you bring the foot across in half lotus? Can you bring the foot across in half lotus? Lift a little higher, spring. Spring into Ardha. Try it. Left foot forward. Lift that back leg high. Exploring some of the same shapes that we're in and out of in fresh ways. Right? If inspiration doesn't find you, baby, you have to go halfway. You got to move in that direction. Nice, Meg. Fly back extended, up and back into peace. Blow it around. Handstand is yours. Forearm stand. You need some rest. Drop your knees. Drop it down. Enjoy the focus today. You can feel the pacing, huh, Uzi? Good. Jump into Utkatasana. OMG, your right foot behind your left. Hug the knee up into your heart space. Half lotus, your right foot across your left thigh. Still a hip opening here. Good. Bend your left knee and come closer to the ground. Come on down. You can start with a leg longer, a meg, and empty the groins back. Okay, now lower the knee to the ground on the right side. Turn your hands around, walk your left foot back a little bit. Peacock with half lotus. Peacock with half lotus. I can demo it if we need to see it. You want to see it? Yeah. Okay, yogis, look over here. Sometimes you're going to feel, here's a great demonstration of it happening in the house. Get that left leg long. There you go. So what's going to happen is, so you're up here. Catch those, baby. You're going to come down. Now, and your knee's going to come to the ground. And it's kind of like a cool variation, actually, of Ashtavak, of Vatyanasana, of the horse pose. Come in here. Remember that the wrists are in line with the knees. So then drop your knees. You're going to hug the top foot on the bottom leg. Okay, check it in. Check it in, check it in. Let's try it on the right side. Cross that right leg on top. We're setting it up. This is not a Maha pose. This is a Maha practice. This is where we're paying attention to some of the details. There's some deliberate movement from the very top of class. Yeah, and then there's shapes in there spring that when you're practicing, you know, every few inches is a new shape. So see where you meet the shape in the body. So instead of, so you can delight in whatever shape you come up with. And then massively let it go. Big inhale, big exhale. Jump into Utkatasana. You've got the other side. OMG gives you a moment to spring up. Roll the knee in. You might even take a moment exploring this shape. Try it, everybody. Bring the foot like a standing pigeon. Bring the foot inside the eye of the elbow. Good. And then draw the foot across. It's going to feel a little roomier already. Lower on the exhale. Take the forward bend. Focus on what you can do. Breathe in. Enjoy the direct experience. This is not a competition. Bring all your thoughts to one. That you're on an adventure. And it's through the body that we experience the soul. How's your toe feeling, Mommy? Okay. Well, you can feel the different pacing today, though. So that might be a fun one. That might be a fun one to hang out with for the month, right? Hang out in your personal sadhana in the morning. Some meditating, sitting, chanting, breathing. Surya is a great pranayama. And then maybe with the crossed legs, you'll explore that. Downward loving, breathing out. Let's go for a high lunge, shall we? Right leg up. Step through. Arms come up. Let's play with this. So lift the back heel, because feel the shape of the feet. They're really energizing the legs. They're really organizing the hips. Slow motion into a Vira 3. The arms are going to rinse alongside your waist. That's it, Violetta. Get the nice spread through your toes. That's why you need to all wear Birkenstocks, right? So that you get that big spread. They have glitter ones, Angelique told me yesterday. So now I want you to start bending the right knee, Deb, and more, and let's stretch the heart forward more, and bend the right knee more, and drop the hips a little bit. Drop the hips a little bit more, stretch the heart forward, bend the right knee more deeply, crescent lunge. Slow. Sink the back knee down. Arms up and back. Hips down, heart up. Okay, pray your hands. Wait. to the left side, right side. Use the arm as leverage there to open up the shoulders. Back toes under, everybody. Also enjoy the music when moving with the music to become the music. Enjoy the momentum. Yeah. Great. Keep the twist and step your right foot up to meet your left. Drop a little deeper and open up your arms on either side. Feel like the dropping of the hips, the releasing of the groins, the outer hips down, that there's a bigger lift of the heart out of the belly. Now prayer your hands. Exhale. Draw the right shoulder back there, spring. Good. And inhale, come up through Utkatasana. Knees bent. Inhale, come up to stand. One big whoosh through a diver's pose. Heels lift, arms alongside your waist. Look up, look up, look up. I miss you. Heels down, inhale, come up, stand. Pray your hands for a moment. The unexpected joy, the delight in sharing what you have discovered, what you've explored, what you've experimented with. Staying close to what you love. Shall we go check in the other side? You ready to party? Did you lose your way? You remember how we started? Utkatasana, bend your knees. Navasana, lower down to the ground. Lift your legs up, roll your back ribs up. Halasana, rock back. I'll meet you in downward dog. High lunge on the left side. Woo. Step on through, family. Keep those back toes on the ground for as long as you can into Virabhadrasana 3. So there's a shift of weight. There's a lift of the heart, an extension of the chest, a reaching back through the leg. Now play with that, bending the knee, rolling through the back leg, sifting the heart up, polishing the breath to lift the heart. Bend the left knee more. Pretty, Kathy. Crescent lunge. Hips are down, heart is up. Nice focus, everyone. Crack it over to the left side. Feel that turning through the belly, the turning out of the judgment or the doubt or the thing that's keeping you from taking that next right step in your life. Because you're judging it, or you think you're not good enough, or that what's that whole trance of unworthiness that we all seem to suffer from or get hypnotized by. And we forget it's a trance. It's only a trance. Toes tuck under, open the back of the leg. Oh, I like that. Yeah, you ready to open up the arms a little bit? Or step forward and open up the arms. Exhale. That's a big exhale. Gives you that lift. Outer hips move in. Shoulders, reach way back. Entice the heart to lift up out of the lower belly. Beautiful. Prayer your hands through center. Inhale, come on up to stand. Diving so deep. This deep dive, of course you're diving into the unknown. Your hand's going to come to the tops of your feet. Of course you're diving into the unknown. You don't know what's to come. You have no idea what's next. That's the big request, to stay in the moment. Get lower to your hands to your feet. Hands on the top of your feet. Now bend the knees and lift your heels. Look up. Stretch the heart up. Bend your knees more. Drop your hips more. Lift your heart higher. Jump back. Chaturanga or handstand chaturanga. Good. High lunge. Hips to the sky. Lift it up. step it through. Roll right into a warrior three, yogis. Right into a warrior three. Right into a warrior three. Spin right into an eagle. Left leg over. Left leg over. Tumble the left arm under. Rope it around. Rope it around. Feel the play of the hips, how you're kind of tilted to one side, and stem that left sit bone back. Good. Utthita Hasta. Get in there for the big toe with the first two fingers. Roll the right arm up on a breath in. Nice focus, Uzi. Everybody, breathe in. Shiva's in the world now, so bend the left knee. Come into the moving with the change. Being the change. Being the change. I like a jig. OMG, high lunge. In fact, see if you can get your arms all the way around. Let's take the bind. Maybe sink the back knee. Left arm to the outside, right arm up. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now bring the arms all the way around. Fire up this back leg. Roll the right shoulder out of the hips there. Okay, so what's going to happen is if you need to take the half seated sooner, you're going to take it. You'll release your hands. If you're coming up to stand in the standing split twist, keep the bind. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left leg high, standing split. Standing split with or without the arms. How about that? See if you can stay close to each and every breath. If you've got the bind, with or without, spiral down. Tuck the left knee behind the right. Nice focus. Slowly bend the right knee too, more deeply as on your way down. Nice, family. I remember when I was teaching in Africa, in Kenya, and the kids taught a yoga class. Like a little 11-year-old was like, inhale, look up, exhale, jump back. And we were like, wow. And her little sister was like 6, and she was like, when I grow up, I want to be a yoga teacher. Like, we never even thought of that as kids. She's like, when I grow up, I'm going to be a yoga teacher. I don't even think she said I want to be. She's like, I'm going to be a yoga teacher. Like, you all change the world, how you live, how you show up. Every thought you think affects the people around you, affects how you feel. Good. Spiral out with a big dervish to the left side. Big exhale. Good. Tabletop it up in the front. Give it a good pump. Give it a good pump. Pump it up. Pump it up. Downward loving dog. High lunge, everybody. Warrior 3, take it away. Shift forward. Playing with those shifts, playing with the transitions in life that you don't plan for. Up and around. Spiral it around. Thread it, making the thread, making the connection. A joining, right? A coming together. Feel the support in the room. That's where the magic happens, when we're with each other. Big toe, big toe, big toe. Take your time, shape-shifting, teaching your thoughts how to dance so they don't paralyze your spirit. Shiva. Shiva. Shiva, the cosmic you, the cosmic lover. There's no dance without the dancer, right? There's no yoga without you all practicing. Good. OMG high lunge. I love a spring. I love a spring in a spring in your step. An extra spring in your step. Climb on over, those of you, take the full bind if you're going to explore. Hey, what's it feel like on this side? Stretch it, lengthen it, deepen it, feel it. Let it enter your soul. Standing split with or without the bind. You got it, Angelique. Stay there for a moment. I know. There's like a little pinky hold, index finger hold. Beautiful. Smooth out the breath, too. That'll really support you. Good. And then spiral down, bend both knees. Awesome. Hips are down, heart is big. Make some room for the breath to move in. Sweep through your house of smallness and reach for a higher taste. One more big loving breath in and absolutely exhale. Counter it out, yogis. Big spin off to the right side. The yogic spin off. Change your karma. Burn your karma. Feet pump. Hearts lift. Heart pumps. Everything is pumping. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Drop your knees to the ground, resting or headstand. Resting or headstand. You might want to take a few moments sitting on your heels, elbows under shoulders, fingers interlaced. Keep walking in there like you're moving closer to yourself. I gotcha. I remember when I owned a bar and my life was a snapshot of exactly where I was, a party girl who owned a bar. It looked and felt a certain way. And then I started changing, like I had different interests, but I woke up, I would go to bed and wake up and go, shit, I own a bar. Got to show up to the bar and people are coming. I don't want to show up anymore because it was no longer, my life was not that snapshot. It had changed. Who I was and where I was had shifted. Good. On your bellies, yogis. Take a moment with your head to one side. So maybe you've changed, but you're still kind of playing it safe. But you're like, but wait, I'm not that person, but I don't know, well, who am I then? What's the snapshot of where my life is right now? I want to live right now. Walking around the room to connect with give it a little shake in your lower back. And where will that person go? Where does that other person go? They keep transforming, right? You keep becoming more who you really are. I mean, what if Claude Noel had quit yoga school? I don't know if she'd be experiencing the joy that she feels, compelled to share about. She wouldn't have found out if she would have quit. It gets muddy, right? We often share no mud, no magic. Hold your ankles, yogis. We did if you want Shalabhasana first, go ahead. We did we usually try to do an inversion before we backbend because of the length that we get in the spine, but you can also find that through Shalabhasana. Cook up the legs a bit so that you get that nice big broadening and lifting through the heart space. Big, big, big ass breathing. And then go ahead and lower down. We don't know when the spiritual awakening is going to happen. Or if it does, but don't you want to be there when it does? Don't you want to keep showing up? Like, oh my God, I almost had a spiritual awakening. Can you imagine? If only I would have kept showing up. I almost became a yoga teacher. But I don't know. The homework load was too big, or all the different reasons that we run, right? I didn't think I'd be good at teaching, or took me 20 years to start chanting. Even though I was always chanting, I wouldn't chant in front of other people. And then I sing, to feel God's presence in my life. Okay, go wider with your legs. Let's get a king cobra in. I'm not one of those people that think do something that scares you every fucking day. I mean, I think life is already stressful. I don't think you have to do something that scares you every fucking day. You know what I mean? I think the practice is about being kinder, more caring about each other. Come on, sink those hips. Drop those shoulders. And then go ahead, lower down. I think life can be pretty scary. That's why we're in here taking refuge with other like-minded yogis that are dedicated to a process of awakening spiritually. You know, art does that. Music does that. Yoga is both of those things. Making art, making love, healing. Roll on your backs. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Bend your knees. And bring your arms up over your head. Your feet are going to be on the ground. And inhale your hips high. So pump your feet down, lift your knees. Big breath in. And then let every bit of breath out your mouth. Do not breathe again. Lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Still keep the breath held out. That looks great, Meg. I can see it. I can see your diaphragm lifting. And then let the breath come in. Let's check that in again in another way. This is a very powerful way to express that lifting. Like the other day, this woman came to class and she's like, thank God you lifted me out of myself. Like she went way down into like a hole. Anybody relate to that? Stuck with mind matter. And she was like, you pulled me back out of myself. It wasn't me, it was the yoga, of course, right? It's like, oh, these practices kind of pull you back up, or more grounded, or more in the heart, more centered, more aware, more you. Okay, hips up, please. Now this time I want you to lift your heels. It gets even more lively. Breathe in together, please. Let it rip, every bit of breath. Now keep the breath held out. Do not inhale yet. Lower down. Keep the breath held out. Keep the breath held out. Feel that pull to change your life. When you inhale, drop your heels. Yeah. Do you feel that urge to breathe? That's what prana is. That's what prana really, really is. It's the urge to live. To live fully, to live with all your heart. To share what you've discovered. You can't keep it behind your navel anymore. You ready for one more of these babies? Let's do it. Inhale up, and then we'll add a wheel as well. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Yeah, so you got to move down to lift up. I mean, James Brown said that way before me, right? You got to get down to get up. So get down to get up. Lift your heels. Big breath in. Every ounce is gone. Keep that breath held out longer, longer, longer. Lower, lower, lower. Keep the breath held out. Keep the breath held out, out, out. Scoop out, scoop up and back the belly. When you need to breathe in, drop your heels. Nice. Nice, Susie. Nice, everyone. Full wheel. Slow it down. I want you to stay in your feet, spread through your hands. Exhale down, inhale up. Ready your feet and legs. Extend through your elbows, family. Sink through this big toe side of the foot. You want the seam of the inner leg to get so the inner thighs are descending, Uzi. Now extend through the elbows. Okay. Come on down. Really nice. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Now you have a different sense of letting go there. Widen your feet, let the knees turn in for a moment. Keep that sacrum pretty spread. Up to you. You can stay here and dream. We'll come up one more. We're going to stay a little longer with some variations while you're up here. Spread those amazing blue toes, darling. Every one of them. Love your style. Expressing you, the self inside the self, that which is unchanging inside of you. Let's check this in. Lower your head down on the exhale. Bring your arms around your head and interlace your fingers. Love it. See if you can sink the elbows down. Inhale, walk your feet a little closer together. Inhale your right leg up. Inhale your right leg up. Love it. Switch sides. You got it. Beautiful. Stay lifted. Press into your leg. Come up into a headstand, mommy. Mommy bling. Now drop your head. Lift your legs. Lift your legs. Lift your legs. Bring your tailbone in and up, in and up, in and up, in and up. Okay, 1 foot down at a time. I got you the whole way. Bend your knees totally. Full wheel as you come out. Nice. Chin into your chest. Big inhale, everybody. Breathe out. If all of life is wandering, how can you be lost? How can you be lost? Stay there, Allison. Soften the knees into your heart space. Breathe in. Yeah, exhale them in toward you. Rock up to sit. Spin around because you can. Left leg long, up and away, breathing in. I was in there practicing this morning. Have a seat. Arms up. Let's half lotus. Let's stay with either half Gomukh or half lotus as you come forward. Or Janu. You got three. You got as many options as you'd like because you're a yogi. You get to make amazing fucking choices. You're powerless over a bunch, but you certainly have the freedom to make a choice every moment that changes your life. So I had this song on this morning practicing. Victor's my roommate. Some of you know that. We're roommates. And he goes, this has a lot of feeling in it. Yeah, we have a lot of feeling. A lot of feeling. Deep breathing. All of us can get through anything one breath at a time. Okay, come on up, switch sides. Up and away, up, 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 up and away, right where you are. Feeling lifted, feeling supported, truly loved. Sink and cross and empty and fold and go inside. Go inside. It's a pretty unexplored space inside. I promise you, nothing will pop out of your cell phone. Except another email. If you got the Go Mookie tar, let the chin kind of, tumble out over there. Let's take a final fold so we can sit for a few moments. I never remember time. Inhale up, except I know that time is breath and breath is time. Fold, and I want you to carve out time to have a spiritual awakening, to be of service, to give back. I had dinner with a friend last night, and she said she was dating somebody and that her friend didn't believe that there was something that was bigger than her in the universe. I'm like, did she agree that the sky was bigger than her, that the freaking ocean is big? So she's like, yeah, she could get around that the sky was bigger and that the ocean was bigger, but she couldn't accept like this mystical energy of the universe. Breathe your way in up to sit. So she was like, didn't last very long. Cross your legs for a holy moment. I want to take a moment here with your left hand up and your fingers come together. And up to you if you want your fingers on the ground and boomy, earthy, or your hand at your heart. This is the fearless mudra. This is step in the middle of your fear with courage mudra. She was afraid, she was afraid to finish her teacher training for some reason. She felt like she couldn't do it. And now her life is fulfilled. I'm using the example because I saw this post today. This isn't about you teaching, but everybody's always teaching something, aren't you? Through your presence, aren't you all teachers in your own way? Close your eyes, your hand is open. You're not holding on to anything, right? That's why you feel when make your hand into a fist and feel what that's like. Is there something you're holding on to right now? You want the outcome or you want something to happen? Now breathe into that and then open up your hand. Be fearless. Trust. You can trust this process, this path that you're on, that has chosen you and asking you to stay. Okay, big breath in. Let your hands come together for a moment. Fold into your heart space. Honoring the wisdom within, the student within, the teacher within. Take rest, family. Rest deeply. The beautiful, bumpy adventure that you're on, I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't want you to trade it. How else do you think you have the substance that you do, the stories that you have, how you've been through it? Rest deeply. And thanks for all of you that checked in today and aligned your hearts with ours. So, so, so grateful.